Donald Trump's return to the Oval Office has already sparked fierce debate, and his latest executive order has only added fuel to the fire. Less than a week after being re-elected, Trump pardoned 23 anti-abortion activists convicted of blocking access to abortion clinics, a move that has reignited tensions over reproductive rights in a nation still grappling with the aftermath of Roe v. Wade's overturning in 2022. The president, sitting behind the resolute desk, addressed reporters as he signed the order. "They should not have been prosecuted," he declared. "Many of them are elderly people. They've been through enough. This is a great honor to sign this. They'll be very happy." Among those pardoned is Lauren Handy, the controversial leader of the group Progressive Anti-Abortion Uprising, PAAU. Handy and her group were convicted for storming a Washington reproductive health clinic in 2020, an incident that turned violent as members forced their way in, injuring a nurse and intimidating patients and staff. The group's actions led to widespread outrage, with Handy herself being found guilty in 2023 and sentenced in 2024. This decision has left the country deeply divided. For anti-abortion activists, the pardons are being celebrated as a victory and a validation of their cause. But for abortion rights advocates, the move feels like a slap in the face, undoing years of progress and justice. The issue of reproductive rights has loomed large in American politics, especially since the Supreme Court's landmark decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. The 2024 presidential election became a battleground for these deeply personal and polarizing debates, with both Trump and Kamala Harris staking out starkly opposing positions on the issue. Women voters, in particular, were at the center of the discussion. Michelle Allen, a 38-year-old Republican engineer from Arizona, shared her frustrations. "I'm not a one-issue voter, but this is a huge one for me. I work in the medical sector, and after Roe v. Wade was overturned, I couldn't get access to the drugs I needed. The uncertainty about legality left so many of us in limbo." Meanwhile, Angela Richardson, a 27-year-old graduate student from Iowa, voiced her dissatisfaction with both parties. "Abortion is obviously a huge issue, but neither Trump nor Harris has offered an approach that feels comprehensive or fair." For Abigail Burke, a 38-year-old independent voter in Florida, the stakes are even higher. "Reproductive rights for women are a make-or-break issue for me. It starts with women, but it could spread to other rights. We can't let this be the beginning of a larger erosion of freedoms." The pardons have also raised questions about Trump's broader intentions. Critics argue that the move was less about justice and more about solidifying his base of evangelical and conservative supporters who played a pivotal role in his re-election. Supporters, however, see it as a bold step in the fight for life and liberty. As the dust settles, the fallout from Trump's executive order is only beginning to unfold. Will this be remembered as a defining moment of his second term, or a flashpoint that further deepens America's cultural and political divides? What do you think about President Trump's decision to pardon these activists? Is this a step toward justice or a dangerous precedent that undermines the rule of law? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't miss out on breaking news and analysis. Like, comment, and subscribe for more updates. Imagine being born in a country and being told you're not truly one of its citizens. That's the reality many are facing after a controversial executive order signed by former President Donald Trump aimed to end birthright citizenship. This sweeping policy shook the nation and sparked heated debates, but now a federal judge has stepped in, calling the order blatantly unconstitutional. What happens next could have profound consequences for millions of families across the United States. In Seattle, Judge John Kufnor, who has served on the bench for over 4 decades, didn't hold back his criticism of the order. He said it was one of the clearest constitutional violations he had ever encountered. His decision to issue a temporary restraining order was in response to a legal challenge led by Washington Attorney General Nick Brown and 3 other Democratic-led states. The restraining order halts the policy for 14 days, buying time for more thorough legal arguments to be made. The stakes couldn't be higher. Advocates for birthright citizenship argue that the executive order flies in the face of the 14th Amendment, which guarantees citizenship to all children born on U.S. soil, provided they are subject to its jurisdiction. This constitutional protection has been a cornerstone of American identity, ensuring that the right to citizenship isn't tied to the circumstances of one's parents. Yet, the Trump administration argued otherwise. They claimed that the clause "subject to the jurisdiction thereof" allows the president to exclude the children of undocumented immigrants and even those born to parents lawfully present but lacking permanent legal status. For Trump supporters, this was a bold step toward reforming immigration policy. For his critics, it was a direct attack on the very principles that define the nation. In court, Lane Polizzola, an attorney for the state of Washington, painted a vivid picture of the immediate harm caused by the policy. He stressed that babies are being born every day under a cloud of uncertainty, with their citizenship and futures hanging in the balance. Polizzola didn't mince words, arguing that the long-term negative impacts of denying these children citizenship would be severe. He accused the administration of ignoring these harms in its filings, suggesting that such harm might even be the intent of the consequences of ending birthright citizenship go beyond the families directly affected. Washington and other states involved in the challenge argue that the policy would place a significant financial and logistical burden on their programs. Children denied citizenship would be shut off from federal benefits they would otherwise qualify for, leaving states to fill the gap. Polizzola emphasized that this isn't just about abstract legal principles. It's about real people, real families, and real futures being put at risk. Despite the urgency expressed by the states, Justice Department Attorney Brett Shumate urged the judge to delay action. He argued that there hadn't been enough time for a full briefing on the policy's implications and cautioned against what he called a snap judgment on the merits. Shumate acknowledged the judge's concerns, but insisted that the executive order deserved a more gradual review, similar to other cases moving through the courts. But Judge Coffenor wasn't swayed. The potential harm to children born during the legal limbo was enough for him to act decisively. The restraining order not only pauses the policy, but also signals a strong rebuke of its constitutional underpinnings. The courtroom drama executive order is just the beginning. Over the next 2 weeks, legal teams on both sides will prepare for more intense arguments as the fight over birthright citizenship continues. At its core, this battle raises fundamental questions about who we are as a nation and what it means to be an American. The issue of birthright citizenship has long been a contentious one, but Trump's executive order has brought it to the forefront like never before. For millions of families, this isn't just a political debate. It's a fight for their rights, their identity, and their future. What do you think about the judge's decision? Should birthright citizenship remain protected under the 14th Amendment, or is it time for a change? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on this developing story. This is a pivotal moment in U.S. history, and the conversations we have now will shape the nation for generations to come.